Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Cold Waters episode number 4. I have forgotten our mission, so let's just quickly review my orders. Ah yes, this wolf pack of enemy diesel-electric submarines, we have to intercept them. Within the next 7 days, they're going to transit the WWIII area, and that is the western SOSUS line that we see. So I think that means we have a little bit of time. Our armament is a little bit down, right? Come on, there we go. So let's just go ahead and head back to port, rearm, and get ready for the next line of submarines. They might be leaving the base already, but I think we can get this done pretty quickly. Let's see. 1800 on the 27th is about our time. Okay, so good. 5 days at war so far. This is just our achievements to date. By the way, I've really cranked up the music like a ton, so I hope it's boosted loud enough. At the risk of maybe this one being too loud. So I might actually have to take... Let me just do a quick cut in the video to make sure the sound is coming out okay, because I forgot to test. 1 sec. Yeah, that music sounds fine to me. Maybe... I mean, it didn't sound too loud, but I'll do a review of this entire video when I'm done. And if there's any problems with the audio in this one, we'll make corrections and video 5 will be better. Yes, assuming that there is a video 5 that we don't get sunk by these subs. Which is kind of an ambitious statement. Okay, so we already have our silver medal, we have our bronze medal. We've accomplished only 2 missions in 5 days, but that's pretty good. 5 days to get 2 missions done. I mean, I think a normal... Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak because I don't know any better. We've sunk 1 capital ship. That's the one light cruiser, I think, the Sverdlov. And then 8 other warships, which are probably all the anti-submarine warfare ones. The most dangerous ones, certainly here. That's funny, they call a light cruiser a capital ship. Well, I'll take it. And then 5 merchants, which is basically the first fleet tender in Mission 1, and then, or Mission 2 I should say. I mean, well, it was Mission 1, but combat for us, number 2. Episode number 2. And then the 4 landing craft that we just sank in the last mission. So we're up to 100,000 in only 5 days, which is kind of insane. So patrol outcome: as you hit shore and send your crew off to the beach for a while, you feel pride in a job well done. You head off to the officers' mess for a drink and some friendly and much longed for banter with colleagues. Alright, but let's not spend too much time. See, even while we're in port, stuff is happening. West Germany is defeated. Oh no, this is not good at all. Following a destruction not seen since World War II, the onslaught of the invading Soviet army proved too much. West Germany is now under communist control. In the UN, the US ambassador, in very sharp words, reminded the Soviet Union of all civilized nations' responsibilities to protect civilians. According to analysts, NATO strategy seems to be generally successful. The war in the Atlantic is currently in NATO's favor, which in turn has a direct impact on the possibility for a successful war on land. So you can tell there's a disconnect between these two. This is basically saying, well, I mean, it's talking about how West Germany was defeated, how the Soviets were successful, but this gives kind of like the general how we are doing. This reports on our current actions, and that's positive, which is good. So let's rearm. We're going to want a lot of torpedoes, considering we're going up against submarines. I'll get as many as this many, however many that is. I'll load 2 of these, and 1 extra one of those. We still have a little bit of extra, so let's load 2 more of these and 1 more of these. Very good. And you know what? Cast off. Don't waste any longer. I think this is the group we want right there. I'm only seeing 2 other groups which are not as important. Let's just go hunt them out. Best thing for us to do would be to find them and eliminate them. There they are. Let's get ahead of them. And then go patrol speed. Come on, there it is. Perfect. That was cool. It kind of reminded me of Silent Hunter, the way you would run alongside. Silent Hunter, if you're interested in this kind of game, Silent Hunter is like a little bit more hardcore, but I highly recommend it. It's a great game. I actually have a patrol done on this channel if you're interested in seeing it, but there's people like, oh gosh, I can't remember. A really famous, I mean, there's a lot of other YouTubers who do a really good job with Silent Hunter. 3 would be the one I recommend. Nonetheless, bearing 31, our heading is 335, so we'll right full rudder. They're off our starboard beam. 10 knots, 150, this is just standard. We'll probably make our depth a lot deeper. Strong surface duct, which is good. Moderate thermal layer. It's also... Actually, this is kind of good. I suppose between the two, I'd prefer... Oh, no, we're up against submarines. So we're in the surfaced duct. Okay, that's interesting. Let me make sure that we have torpedoes loaded. That's all perfect, I think. And the reason why I wanted to jump on this group of submarines is because we're not sure this is the main group, and if this isn't, it gives us time, hopefully, to find the other ones. So, the contact was at 031, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go full rudder right. Right full rudder. I haven't really played much with this one. Okay, there's our sonar contact. Question is she above or below the layer? And there should be more than one. Hey, we know this is a submarine, so let's just look for submarines. I'm not seeing any lining up so far. A Romeo, and I think that is exactly what we predicted it would be, or we're told that it would be a Romeo. Let's drop our layer is at 222. Let's go to about 210. Probably launch a torpedo and then dip below the layer. The thing is, he's actually, it looks like dropping below the layer himself. So maybe I drop below the layer. We scan for any other submarines. I suspect that this is a group, right? And we know it's a group. So, what do we want to do about this? Do we want to go below the layer? I guess let's just go below the layer. It's easier for us anyway. Oh, new sonar contact. Sierra 2, far off our starboard beam. We have due east of us, but possibly, let's find out what this one is. I'm going to stop our descent, so we're about 50 feet below the layer, which is, I think, an ideal. Now, signature Sierra 2 is also... Nope, this one over here is not lining up. There we go, a Foxtrot. And they've gone active, as the Soviets are like to do. So let's get into it then. I think that we don't really need to wait very much longer. Probably what we want to do is just immediately fire down the throat of these guys. As I said, the policy I found to be by far, the most successful is fire early and fire often. So I don't think that our idea about where these guys are exactly is correct. Let's see. But if they're right at the layer, we'll just leave the torpedo running. And this one we have a much better bearing of. So let's just go ahead and fire. We'll fire pretty close, only half the distance that we think, because usually they end up being a lot closer, even though we have a pretty good detection profile in the Foxtrot. So we'll just lead her a little bit, have her go passive, and torpedoes away. The wire already broke, that's okay. It's fine if the wire breaks because we actually gave like a long distance for... I'm actually going to launch a Moss this way as well. And then let's rise above the layer, I think. So we lost this one, let's reload that. We will now release from ultra quiet, which is okay, and get above the layer. These are not like these are not necessarily that early of submarine ships from the Russians. So the Moss that we fired off, I did this as like a precautionary measure. If there's like 3 other submarines in the water, who knows? I mean, 2 is the minimum I think we'd find, but if there's multiple, having this is just going to be a wonderful decoy, right? And we'll get ourselves above the layer. We'll see about this Romeo. It's really the only one I'm interested in. Although I'm pretty sure in a moment we're going to see this Foxtrot speed up significantly. So, all right. Here is our torpedo. There's our torpedo. This one is our Moss. And I suspect we'll see something happening very soon with contact Sierra 2. Foxtrot, and this is again the point where I wish... Okay, now this is actually better. This is actually better. Foxtrot is actually very quiet. Trout Cheek... I don't know the code names for this stuff. I don't know how, like... what this means. This is really good? Is it really bad? But they don't have fantastic torpedoes either. The Romeo is 130 as well. Very quiet. Slower, though. Okay. So, you know what? If it's that much slower, let's just fire at the Romeo as well. And let our torpedoes do the rest. We've definitely acquired that one. So we'll do something like this. Halfway is my best guess, usually, for these. And we'll actually be able to keep that one on the wire. Okay, we're getting pinged, but really, is it It might be, probably is considered too late for this guy. I really like that they've added this manual. I mean, it just shows that Killerfish is quite interested in improving their game, and I know that they've been taking a lot of feedback very seriously. So hopefully we get little improvements little by little. At this poor, is this our Romeo? No, this is our Foxtrot. It is so slow. It's only 15 knots underwater. There goes the noisemaker. This one's not on the wire, otherwise I would just guide it in, but this is a dead submarine. Dead to rights. Not quite dead yet, but very soon. Now we are getting pinged. Just want to make sure that's not... Nah, it's nothing... Nothing nearby. Well, let's look at this torpedo. That's the one. And... Oh! There it goes. You gotta feel bad for the people inside, but that's a dead Foxtrot. Romeo is now also probably... well... Was it whizzing herself? This one's still on the wire too, so we can control exactly what happens. Ambient noise, not too loud. On the quieter side, I would say. Let's get ourselves above the layer to see if there's any submarines that are maybe hiding in the upper layer. So this looks like a success, and we have it on the wire anyways. This is going to be making a lot more noise as it tries to avoid our torpedo. And we have it on the wire so I can control it right into the target. So we'll make our depth like 200, and we can speed this up a little bit. Oop. That was a little too much. Okay, we actually lost this contact, but I'm not worried. I know our torpedo is going to get it. Okay, it's going active. Basically perfect time. So you can see that our prediction as to where the Romeo was not very accurate. It went active here, and I think we led it by like double, so we thought it was way over there. But that's why you lead the torpedo, let the torpedo go active about halfway to target. Plus, it can get, when it goes active, it has less time available to do whatever it needs to do, like, because it speeds up, so its range decreases significantly. But we're not even that far away. Anyway, there's the Foxtrot resting on the bottom. They're not so deep. We don't have eyes on this Romeo. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Oh, this is my Moss. I'm looking at the Moss. Darn it. I'm looking at the wrong ship. There it is. Okay, so it was a successful hit. No wonder we couldn't see anything. Dummy Tortuga. Looking at the Moss. So I don't know. The Mosses weren't particularly successful in this mission. If we had others... there's no other vessels nearby. I'm going to invite disaster here. I'm actually going to invite disaster, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run flank speed for a moment. Kind of near... We're going to cavitate. I just want to make a whole bunch of noise, and I want to see if anybody acquires us. This is the only way I know to see if there's any other submarines in the area. So we're basically going to say, hello boys, here we are. Now, actually... Maybe a better way of doing this is just going active. Let's just go active. Again, I'm sorry if the noise is the volume's a little too loud, but I've been trying to get it right for a little while. So we'll go active for a little bit. We're pinging, right? Should be a different ping. Theirs is high pitched, the wee, and for us it should be a wow. Come on, give us that noise. Ah, yep. There it is. There's the ping back and forth. And it looks like we do have another submarine in the water. And there's a torpedo being launched. Okay, no, don't go all stop. I need you to drop into the water. And we're just going to fire down this direction. I don't have any idea where they are, but I'm going to hope that this torpedo finds them. I think they're far away, so I'm going to make this pretty long. Oh, freaking, of course we're going too fast, but that's okay. So we ruined one, we're just going to reload the other. So let's get an eye on our ship. We're about to have a close encounter of the wrong kind with a torpedo. But we got the information we needed, which is there is another ship in these waters. And that's what I wanted. And we've gone flank speed towards the target. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to find... Oh, it's just a straight torpedo in the water. and I have no idea where our ship is with respect to it. That is us way over there. So they just fired off in like a totally wrong direction. Well, we're not going to hear anything unless we slow down, but we had some active ping from this direction. Let's see if we can find them. Okay, I wish there was a safety button which allowed you not to launch when you're going flying speed. I don't mean to do that. It's like too many things going on in my brain. So we'll just cruise. We'll probably make our heading like 030, 020, something like that. No, they're over here though. Actually, is this torpedo still? No, that's right. I didn't actually get to launch a torpedo. Let's see if we can find them. Ah, there they are. We got them. All right, what are you? Speak for yourself. And this is obviously another Foxtrot. And they're launching at my moss. How beautiful. How beautiful. Okay, well, let's go ahead and return the favor. Basically down the direction. And I don't think they'll be that close, but they could be pretty close. And it is definitely going for our moss. So the moss actually paid off in the end. Okay, now it's realizing it's not what it thought it was. But we're pretty far away. I don't think it's going to be able to detect us. This is also, I think we launched this above. It's at the above the thermal layer. This is perfect. Almost impossible for it to... It might even go back and acquire its own submarine. I want... Give me control. Yes, good. Okay, it went active. I couldn't stop it in time, but it's still on the wire. Let's have it... Well, it's actually perfect. It looks like it's focusing on something. No, it's just going down the line. It's just going down the line. Okay. It's not focusing. I was just looking... It would have this Foxtrot narrowed in exactly, right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Bummer that I launched this one, though. It's frustrating. Anyway. So... Yeah, I don't think their torpedo is going to find us. Ah, ours found it. We got him. We got him. Alright, fantastic. So it's raising its depth. We see that the two are lining up. Speed up a little bit. Pretty soon we'll see Noisemaker just deployed, and then soon after that we should see one more Foxtrot down. So this is a really good exercise. I mean, I don't necessarily recommend you do the flying speed part of it that I did, but go active. Give the other submarines a chance to let you know. I mean, just tell them that you're there. Give them an opportunity to tell you that they are there, which is what happened here. And their torpedo is just not going to find them, and we have definitely found them, thanks to them giving themselves away with that active pinging. And what is happening now is the end. There it is. Scratch Sierra 3. Now, I don't have any other pinging going on, so I think what we'll do is just wait. We'll just wait out the last torpedo, and after that, we'll go ahead and end this engagement. Because I don't think you can, yeah, with the weapon nearby, so just wait for it to go. There it is, okay. Now let's leave combat. Perfect, all three sunk. Was this our mission? Fine work dealing with those boats, Commander. Your contribution to the war effort will make transit for our convoys a lot safer, and supporting the troops on land is what the Navy is about. Keep it up, Commander. New orders to be transmitted on this downlink. But I really hope we get a chance to go back and repair that stupid little muck-up of mine. So another world report just saying, finally, Soviet... I mean, it took us a while to get into a submarine combat, didn't it? Incidents involving attacks on transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines in and around the North Atlantic have rapidly diminished. An anonymous spokesperson suggested increased NATO submarine operations in the area are a contributing factor. However, the Pentagon has refrained to comment on submarine operations. Without the threat of attack from submarines, transatlantic crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering less losses. If this improved influx of supplies and more materials can be sustained, NATO forces will be in a position to take the fight all the way back to the Iron Curtain. God willing. So our next mission, it looks like, is intelligence to discern patterns of movements at sea. Okay, another attack on tankers and tenders. Find and sink this group before it completes replenishment of forces. Where is it going to be? Ah, the Barents Sea. They're going to make us go to the Barents Sea? Well, we will definitely go back and repair then. I mean, not that we just need that one tube repaired. Because we are going to be treading into enemy waters. Deep into enemy waters. So, alright. Let's reload this one. Continue on course and immediately flank speed down to Holy Lock. Just do this very quickly. And then we'll have to go into the Barents Sea. Oh, it looks like the top right we saw the aircraft are actually intercepting our spy aircraft. Belgium surrenders, my god, so we've done everything perfectly, but the world is not doing very good. It's kind of unfortunate to see. I think we have a little bit of time before this mission, so needs to be completed. Now it's been 7 days, 3 missions completed, 1 capital ship, so we got 3 submarines under our belt now, which is good. Very, very low submarine tonnage because those were fairly old. I don't think none of those were all diesel. None of them were nuclear submarines. So, same kind of thing. Let's just rearm repair. All I want to do is load up. You know what? Let's just load one. I think this was kind of a good loadout. 16 of those. This is going to be surface ships. So you know what? I'll take a few of these. But can I reload this? No. Okay, fine. Just cast off, anchors away, and let's get over to the Barents Sea where we need to take out this ship. I think I'll go along the... Well, how do I avoid these guys? Might be impossible. I think the one on the top went home. So let's go that way. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, 20 minutes in, we might have time to do this. No surface duct, rain, high wind, which probably disturbed the layer. Bad weather does disturb layers. Very weak thermal layer, though, they say, at 116. Yeah, but there's no surface duct. I don't know if that's really... I don't understand how... I actually don't really understand how there can be no surface duct. I don't understand the speed of sound, or, yeah, sound profile. I've been looking a little bit more into what exactly... how sonar works and all these things, but I don't have a... I haven't passed my lecture yet, basically, so let's go ahead and change this to be... Could be underwater, so I'm going to go all torpedoes, because I don't know if this is a surface or a submarine contact. And... Alright, let's just do this. We know this is not our main target, but... Okay, make rigor for silent. I forgot to see the direction. Damn it. How noisy is it? Pretty darn noisy. Well, this is just the worst, isn't it? We're very unlikely to detect anything in such noisy waters. Which kind of means that it might be better for us just to... This is not our mission. Our mission often is just to remain undetected, even. So I don't mind fighting. Obviously, I'm willing to go up against 8 contacts. I'm not going to back down from a fight. But, at the same time, I don't want to compromise our mission. So we're in this strange ground where I think the contact was, I'm just guessing, I'm remembering 031, and I think that was the previous engagement, though. So we are not going to have any idea where these guys are. I'm pretty sure that this is just like very, very bad conditions for us anyway, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to detect them until they're pinging us with active. So what I'm going to do is make a hard turn, and I'm probably going to end up putting them in our baffles, which is not fantastic. Oh, we're getting actives from dead ahead now. Yeah. That's, to me, seems like a surface contact. So get us down, 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 down. No surface duct means that their radar should just be completely like passing through the layer without a problem. The only problem would be for us, if we are trying to send radar up, it might get rebounded. Actually, that doesn't really make sense. The sound has to come back up. Sonar is it has to move from one area to another. Actually, this is better for us. Never mind. Now it's starting to make sense to me. If the very weak layer, that means their noise can transit, but ours will get reflected. I'm not sure if it's going to work that way exactly, but it's an idea. It could. So we'll make our depth 800 feet. I'm going to speed up a little bit as well. And we're probably going to try to move at not even a 90-degree, maybe like a 150-degree angle away from this contact, which we haven't identified, don't know anything about basically. But it's extremely noisy, so really active is probably going to be their only hope of detecting us. You know what? Let's just go ahead, flank. I don't think they'll be able to hear us. It's mainly going to be down to do they detect us in time, and for that our main defense will be distance. So let's just get some distance under us. And I will hopefully not get us killed by speeding up time compression for a bit. Just getting us out of there. Still getting pinged. The fact that we heard that ping is like potentially really bad. We shouldn't be hearing anything at flank speed. But we can leave combat. So, that was an Udaloy and a Cresta. Yeah, exactly the kind of thing we don't want to fight. Okay, please resume your actual mission objective. We will. We'd love to. So let's go this way. There it is. There it is, up in the Barents. So, just need to try to avoid all these satellites and airplanes and everything else. Okay, so far so good. Just clear this one. Alright, let's go. We're moving in. Now let's go to patrol speed and sneak up on them. Alright. Well good, we've arrived at the target, but I think this is the perfect time to call this video to a close, since we are over 25 minutes now. So in the next one, we will engage another fleet tender fleet. Fleet tender fleet. I don't know if that's the way you would say it. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode, and stay tuned. Another surface contact. I'm kind of upset myself. I really want to get more submarine combat. Thank you. That's the word. But the game, we're at the mercy of the game. So, anyways, until the next episode, thanks for watching, and take care.